Okay. So this ring that I got, the orange charred ring, an orange ring enchanted by a witch, reduces lava damage. Since his sores were inflamed by lava from birth, his witch sisters gave him this special ring, but fool that he is, he readily dropped it, and from that spot a terrible centipede demon was born. Right. So wearing this ring makes you take almost no damage from lava. I'll take off Havel's ring, which means I will be fat rolling, but just to demonstrate. Ah, isn't that nice? It's loud, but it is nice. Okay. And just through here, we have Solaire and a bonfire. How lovely. Okay. Let's go with Endurance once again, just so I have that extra equip load. And then that's all I can do. What's going on, Solaire?
Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it. Why? Why? After all...
He can't find his son. How sad. S-U-N, not S-O-N. Yeah, okay. I was trying to think if I need to kindle this bonfire. I decided not to. So, we continue on. I'm keeping the orange charred ring on because I will need it for this next section. As you can see. So now I can walk up this branch. And we can walk through the crack in this big dome, which brings us to Lost Izalith. Now, earlier, when I started to say something, but then I was like, actually, I'm not going to say that just yet. I was going to say, this is a lot of people's least favorite area of the game, Lost Izalith. But whenever I said that, I was in the Demon Ruins. So I wanted to wait until getting to Lost Izalith before I said that. Lost Izalith is a lot of people's least favorite areas in the game. I don't think it's mine. Just to kind of talk about what we're seeing here. So we're inside of this giant dome. And there's lava everywhere. And standing in the lava, there are a bunch of undead dragon torsos. No, it doesn't make sense to me either. But I don't think Lost Izalith is my least favorite area in the game, simply because it's relatively short. Silver Brave Warrior. Let's see. You guys are gonna come try and fight me. Die. Let's see, who else? You? Are you alive? No. Yeah, it's relatively short. I don't find it that bad. Oh, he is alive. You can actually aggro these dragon torsos if you get close enough to them. But just walking through this area relatively normally, you don't really aggro them. They're kind of here as enemies to fight if you were using the ring to run around through the lava out there. And there are items out there to pick up, but frankly, I don't care enough and I cannot be bothered. So I shall just continue as I'm continuing. So heading up this way. We have an item over here. What's it gonna be? Twin Humanities, nice. And then I can ride this more of the way down. Okay, well, that was not quite as smooth as I was hoping, but we made it. And then just through here, if I do a roll, we have a bonfire. Which is why I didn't kindle that one back there, because I remember that this one existed. So I can have a rest. Now I will kindle this one. There we go. Okay. So now from here, we can run through this way. Oh, and at this point I no longer need this ring. So I can put Havel's back on. So I don't have to fat roll and walk slow. I'm glad I got to where I can use this shield. That will be a great help. The Centipede Demon was not a good example of the shield being useful, unfortunately. I still can't believe how much trouble he gave me. Die. So one of the complaints about this area is that there's no background noise or ambience. If I just sit here for a minute, it's completely silent, and it's weird. It makes this area of the game feel unfinished, which it is. But it highlights that a lot more because something about it being silent makes it feel like you're not supposed to be here. Or like this is like, I don't know. Like you're seeing this area before you're supposed to. And the way that they just kind of sprinkle the same enemies throughout this area without much variance adds to that as well. Fire. It is largely held by the community that the portion of the game that follows placing the Lord Vessel is much weaker in comparison. It's widely believed that placing the Lord Vessel and then continuing on with the game from that point on, the game loses a lot of its strength, which I agree with to a degree. But still, I think it's a great play. So this thing is called I actually don't remember. Chaos something. They're not too bad. They're just freaky. Let's see. Oh yeah, right up here we'll have a Daughter of Chaos. What is that? Oh gosh. And she put lava everywhere. Kirk, you're not needed right now, brother. Alright, she's dead. Where's Kirk? Oh god. Oh gosh, you're stronger since the last time we met, Kirk. Why can't I get a backstab on him? Oh, I got him. Nice. An Izalith Catalyst. And a crap ton of souls. Let's see. I don't want to lose all those souls. Well, let's read this catalyst. Catalyst of the Witch of Izalith long ago, when her daughters were still flame witches, before they were engulfed by the Chaos Flame. Before the birth of pyromancy, their wands were mediums for sorcery, but knowledge of this flame sorcery has long since vanished. Right. So just ahead of there is a boss. I have so many souls. Well, I might as well just continue through this area and then head back and use those souls before tackling the boss. Yeah, those guys are spooky more than they are difficult. Pyromancy. Actually, I don't want to drop down there just yet. So I guess, yeah, now is the time to head back and use those souls. Or I guess I can go this way. Die, sir. And this leads... Right, okay. So from here, if I go around to the backside, there's one of these guys, and there will be an item. Soul of a Hero. And then, if I am careful enough to slide down here without falling off, I can get a rare Ring of Sacrifice. Okay, so now I'm going to use a Homeward Bone and use these souls. Alright, 47,000. So let's go Strength. And I don't think I'd be able to level up again. Probably not. Maybe, honestly. 10,000. $8,000. Oh, it's close. I didn't look at how many I needed. I'll use another one of these just in case. And endurance again. Need to get that stamina up. Alright. So of course I have to put that ring back on, which is annoying. Whenever I'm doing that, I just need to make sure to not replace the Ring of Favor and Protection, because then I would lose it. That would be awful. Okay, back to Havel's Ring. And we continue. It's honestly strange how quiet it is here. It feels very odd. They could have added some kind of background noise. Right. So, statues again. There we go. Not much to say here, just killing statues. I am thankful that these guys are not too strong. If they required like 3 hits to kill each, they would be a real problem. And I would probably have serious issues with this enemy placement. But Seeing as how weak they are, it kind of just makes the area boring. But what can you do? Okay. And you. And this guy. If I can... I'm literally stuck. Here we go. Nice. Okay. So... if you can recall, all that time ago, I mentioned that the Capra Demon boss fight is the second worst designed boss fight in the game, and I said that we would be coming across the worst designed boss fight much later. Well, it is now much later. This boss is called the Bed of Chaos, and it is easily the worst designed thing in this game, let alone boss fight. It is so obviously rushed and done lazily, and it's cheap and it's random. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm just letting you know now, this will not be a one attempt boss. Anyone who can do the Bed of Chaos in one attempt should go buy a lottery ticket, because that doesn't show luck, that shows an enormous amount of skill. I mean, sorry, I said that backwards. That does not show skill, that shows an enormous amount of luck. This boss fight is all luck, I'm afraid. I will likely be making that run back to the fog wall several times. Well, let's get this over with. Rather, I mean, not get it over with, because it's going to take several tries. Let's get this started. Lord help me. So this is a gimmick boss, and not a very good one. So it starts with the slide down, which is kind of fun. It's like, wee, slide, until you see what you're going to be faced with. Okay, so this is the Bed of Chaos. This is a gimmick boss. You don't fight it in a conventional way. The idea is to run to the two edges and make your way over here and bust through these branches and attack the glowing branch, which triggers this cutscene. So now the boss has an extra limb with which to attack me, as you can see. And having done that, the floor will now begin to break in certain areas, revealing pits to certain death. And he swipes at you in an attempt to push you into these holes. And it's really just not a fun time. So now I need to make my way to the other extreme of the room, because there's another branch that I need to break. Here comes a swipe. Ooh, I managed to avoid being knocked into a hole there. Hit me there. Ooh, holy crap. Speaking of luck, I'm getting quite lucky. So, and as soon as I say that, there you go. Welcome to the Bed of Chaos. Okay, so as you can see, I've taken all my clothes off. I want to make my equip load as low as possible, because I feel like being able to absorb damage is not very important in this boss. It's rather just about moving. Thankfully, your progress made on this boss fight is preserved between attempts, which is the only well-designed thing about this boss. Although, having said that, that in and of itself is an admission from the developers of this game that the boss is poorly designed in the first place, so I can't praise it too much. So, there you go, broke that one. So now, having done that, the goal is to... Oh, Lord. The goal is to make it to the center of the room. Okay. So with the two side branches broken, the goal is to get into the center, just underneath where the big boss is. Of course, that's easier said than done, especially with the floor, which will no doubt break in front of me. Yes. So, I need to get onto that... The run back here is quite lengthy, although it does help that you don't actually have to kill any of the enemies on the way back. They're super easy to run past. So with that center part broken on the floor, you can see the branch that I need to attempt to get onto. Oh, okay. Once you're here, you're not safe yet. Open up. You can also roll through these. So this is actually the boss itself, this worm creature, and it's dead, thank God. Amazing. Where are my souls? 60,000 souls. You love to see it. So the game is kind enough to give me a bonfire, which is lovely. Let's see, let's go strength again. I did endurance last time, right? Or did I do strength? See, now I can't remember. I think I did endurance, so I'll do strength again. Okay. So, I can put all my gear back on. I was wearing the Eastern Helm, the Black Iron armor, Elite Knight gauntlets, and Elite Knight leggings. Yes, okay, cool. So I picked up a Lord Soul. Soul of the Bed of Chaos, the mother of all demons. This Lord Soul was found at the dawn of the Age of Fire. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created a distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel. So, that little bug creature that was on the floor here that I killed, that is the remains, or what has become, of the Witch of Izalith. That was actually the Witch of Izalith. There's a bunch of lore that goes into why she is some kind of caterpillar, larval, worm creature, but there she is. So, the bonfire that appeared there... Why am I fat rolling? Oh, right, Havel's Ring. So the bonfire that appeared there is actually essential, because with all the floor broken out of this place, you can't actually get back this way. I guess there's actually no reason to, now that I think about it, because you drop into this room. Even if I could get over there, there'd be nowhere to go. So they give you this bonfire so you can warp out. So, what bonfires do I have that are warpable? Not many of them. Stone Dragon. Which one is this? Stone Dragon. I don't even know what bonfire that is. Let's find out. Oh. Okay, that's not what I thought it was. Okay, I guess in that case, I need to warp to the Daughters of Chaos. So I can take this elevator. I don't have to call this elevator to me, it will automatically arrive. Here she is. The reason why I'm heading back down is because I'm not done in Lost Izalith. There's more there, I just wanted to kill the boss first. Because I always dread the Bed of Chaos, and now it's over, thank God. You know what, instead of walking down all those stairs, I am actually going to drop right here.